a local digital marketing agency called Axle 8. I actually used to work there prior to working at Nova, and it's a total marketing advertising agency, and you learn a lot when you work at a place like that about marketing. So they know their stuff, especially when it comes to social media. And so wanted to have them on and just talk about tools, because there are so many tools out there that, you know, realtors can be using on a daily basis to get organized with their social media. So they're not scrambling last minute, like, oh my God, I forgot to post today, or like I did post yesterday, to get that stuff in line, to make your posts more attractive and generate more leads. There's so many tools that you can be using to make your life just so much easier. And so I have them on today to talk about those tools. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and just pass it off, guys.
All right. Thank you, T.
We are so excited to be here because we know that the real estate competition in Arizona right now is absolutely insane. I'm from California myself, and I know my family is itching to move to Arizona, and I feel like it is just crazy, this entire process. And so we're just really excited to kind of share every opportunity and tool to help you level up your game and just kind of stand out from every other realtor. So I know that people are always asking for referrals, looking online, looking around the neighborhood for signs, but in all actuality, social media has become a major hotspot for realtor shopping. So that's kind of why we're here. We want to make it easier from your perspective, and also from the buyer's perspective. So what we want to do is give you 5 social media tools that will make your life easier overall. It's really important to prioritize social media right now, just because it's a part of your business. You're interacting with potential clients this way, you're sharing good publicity, and you're promoting your homes that you're selling right now. So it'll overall just make your life so much easier to contact you, make you more approachable, and everything in between. So, and then also we're gonna let you in on a little secret. With social media, you can also keep an eye on the competition. So always remember that. You're gonna kind of see what they're up to, what their websites look like, how active they are on social media, and then you can kind of take note of what competitors are doing and then avoid their mistakes and replicate their success. So we're going to get into it. Our top 5 favorite tools that we use to elevate our clients' social media channels, and a little bit of what we do.
All right, so just to kick it off, once again, we're going to introduce ourselves. So my name is Mitchell, and this is Peyton. We both are Arizona State University alum. And as Tiana mentioned, we currently work at a digital marketing agency called Axle 8.
That's how we met.
Yes. And we both kind of bonded over our mutual love of social media and design and copywriting and all things that social media entails, which has kind of inspired us to do a little bit of a side business, specifically with running social media and creating unique and diverse social media campaigns.
Right.
So without further ado, we can dive into the 5 tips. All right, so the five social tools that we're going to walk through today include Canva, Caption Writer, Linktree, Lightroom, and Hootsuite.
Before you continue, just want to hop in, and I'm going to do this just kind of throughout, just so you guys are aware, but real quick, who here has used any of those tools? Canva, Linktree, Lightroom, Caption Writer. Has anybody here actually used those tools before? You could just like raise your hand. Okay. Yes. Perfect. I can tell you from my personal experience, I have not used Caption Writer yet, but I've used all 4 of the other tools, and they are huge time savers, and they're free, and so they don't cost anything. And I think they all offer paid versions, but all you need is a free version, you guys. You just need that basic functionality, but these tools really can change your social media game. So I'm excited to learn more about them.
Absolutely. All right.
We're going to start off with our favorite one, I think.
Yeah. Canva is absolutely our favorite tool on this list. It's a graphic design platform that is easy to use. I like to consider it the graphic design tool for dummies. Specifically for myself, I have no background in graphic design outside of my marketing job experience. And when I was applying for jobs at first, I was worried about like whether or not graphic design was a skill I could include on my resume. And after like a week of working with Canva, I can easily say it is probably one of the easiest tools to like learn. So they do offer a free platform and a paid version, which I'm personally preferential to, for only $12.95 per month. But as I mentioned, it's a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, posters, documents, and other visual content such as like presentations like we're doing right now.
It's really easy to use. They make your life so much easier than you even realize, because it provides you with templates. It gives you so many, I mean, they have thousands of pictures and videos and fonts and this and that, and it makes it so easy. So you're like, okay, I want to have a look that's kind of like this, and so you go through and you're like, oh, I like this one, and all you have to do is put in the information, and it really just simplifies the entire process. But it also creates a very clean, aesthetically pleasing look on your social channel, which you really ideally want consistency. You want it to look like you put effort into this, because your social media is your business. It's a part of your business. If I'm looking to hire if I want to have a realtor, I'm going to look at their social media. I'm going to be like, oh, I wonder where they're from. What are they? Oh, their page is so cute, or oh my gosh, they're from there, or oh wow, they look so professional. So these are things that you can all do on Canva, which is why we love it so much. It is just, we spend so much time on there and we love it. So, and it's fun. So.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, I can totally back that up too as well. I've been using Canva since I was like an intern in college back in 2014. And I will tell you guys, it might be a little bit intimidating at first because there's so much functionality that you can do, but they really do make it easy with templates and all sorts of different features that you can, play around with. And over time, it gets so much easier to use. And you can develop like that eye for design over time as well. So like I said, I've been using it for like 6-7 years now. And I feel like I am like a legit like graphic designer at this point, because I feel like I can create such beautiful pieces in Canva. It's almost like hard to believe, like, oh my God, I didn't create that in Adobe InDesign or Adobe Illustrator, and it's literally just Canva. And so this is an incredible platform to be on if you're not already. And if you need help with it, I'm here for that. They're here for that. I'm actually going to start doing Canva tutorials again, which I started last year but didn't finish. And so I'm going to start doing that. And I may start doing some classes as well on making specific things. So look out for that.
It's important to note too that Canva does not just have to be for social media. They have all different sizing. So it could be for your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. It could be used to design a poster or an email, or literally presentations like this, like literally anything. So you can really use it for whatever you need it for. So do you have anything else you want to add about Canva?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you can create all different types of marketing collateral, and it exports at a really, really high quality. So you don't have to worry about like photos getting too granular or it looking like not professional. They have like flyer templates that you can just upload your pictures to, change the information, and then it's already like well designed, organized, and clean looking. It's like the drag and drop tool of our career. Yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Exactly.
Swear by it.
So we had to start off with the best, our favorite one. That's Canva. So.
Oh, 100%, you guys. And I did want to mention, just to give you guys a few ideas of what you could do with Canva, sort of just going off of what they're talking about, is some of the agents that I work with, I like to tell them, create your own templates within Canva that you can just easily swap information in and out of. So if you're constantly doing open houses, create an open house template where you can switch out the date and the address and the features of, the listing that you're going to have an open house for. Do a listing template. When you actually get a listing, you want to start marketing it, you can just easily have the design ready to go and just swap out the information. You could have an inspirational quote template where, every week you're sharing an inspirational quote and you're just going to swap that out, but have the same design so you keep that cohesiveness on your feed. So there's lots of things you can do, but the easiest way that I have found is just create templates for literally everything and just swap out that information. So you're not having to go in and design from scratch every single time.
Yeah, and I will say that there's definitely something to be said about the existing templates and just swapping out the like brand colors for whatever colors you would like to like promote across your platforms.
Right.
So.
All right. So the next one we're going to do is caption writer. Caption Writer is an app for your phone so you can explore popular hashtags and create hashtag groups based off of the most groundbreaking and successful ones in your niche. So if you're in real estate, and it's going to provide you the best hashtags to use to gain traction with your clients in your area, or people looking for houses, or looking to sell, or looking to buy, whatever it is. If you're a travel blogger, they're going to give you the top 20, 30, 100 hashtags for you wherever you're traveling to, or just for anyone that's looking to travel, they're going to find you because of the hashtags. So, but that's not all. The app also allows you to seamlessly add spaces and line breaks to all captions. So it just kind of doesn't look so condensed. It looks very clean and easy to read. But yeah, so again, they have a free version of the app. There's a paid version of the app. The free version is totally fine. I think the paid version, it's not too expensive. It's like $4.99, $5 per month. Really what the addition for the paid version is that you get to save. And so literally anytime you post, you just go into the app, click like copy, and all the saved hashtags are based off of by niche. They're categorized by however you want it to be. So you can just kind of copy, paste into your Instagram, and boom, it's done. So the key benefit of this app really is that it speeds up your content creation by just saving the captions in advance. You can make them in really cool fonts. They have so many different fonts, like not just bold and italicized, but like the weirdest fonts you could possibly think of, they have them, or just some really cool and funky ones to kind of catch anyone scrolling through social media's eye. But yeah, it's just a successful way to kind of have hashtags at your fingertips, literally, captions created in advance, and it just saves them, and so you know what you want to do. So saves time, saves a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll say like on the front end, we do a lot of research at the beginning of any partnership we do to do like hashtag research and develop like really strong hashtag strategies. Caption Writer does all of that for us, automates the process, makes it so that it takes a couple of seconds per post we're shipping out, which is a huge time saver for our industry across the board.
Hey guys, quick question. So I personally know the power of hashtags, but some people here may not understand how hashtags work or like why they're so important. Can you maybe just touch on like why it's important to have hashtags in your posts, and I mean, honestly, why they should have them in there?
Oh gosh, they're so important. Do you want to start? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure. So one of the like core things that comes to mind is discoverability. So there are definitely like some high search volume hashtags like real estate, where there's just going to be like a really high density of people posting on those specific topics. However, if you're a realtor in a specific location, like North Scottsdale North Scottsdale real estate is going to have a much smaller search density. And when someone's in Instagram and they're searching North Scottsdale real estate, it'll pull up relevant hashtags for North Scottsdale real estate. And because the like post density there is much smaller, you have a higher chance of ranking as one of the top performing posts. So it increases your discoverability and your visibility on all social platforms across the board.
And if you think of your For You page, a lot of things like that are popular in certain hashtags are going to come up. And that's what, I think it's like the second button technically on your Instagram homepage. All those things coming up are based off of things that you're liking, things that you're saving on your Instagram, all of that. So hashtags are a really great way to kind of use the Instagram algorithm to your favor, because you want to have the best ranking hashtags in your post for it to come up on the For You page for potential clients.
Exactly. So moral of the story, guys, you got to put hashtags in your posts for people to be able to find you. There's always like a debate between like how many you should put in there. My personal preference is always use all 30 hashtags in all of your posts, because that's going to give you the biggest way for people to find you, because you have more hashtags. So there's a higher chance that someone will use one of those hashtags when they're searching for stuff. Guys, we had a question come up in the chat. Is it worth it to put hashtags on stories as well? Do you have any feedback on that?
Stories, so they will, with hashtags, they will come up. They will even show, they're actually now starting to show on the For You page as well. I would say number one is use them in your actual posts. That's number one priority, because those are something that's going to stay on your actual page, on your profile. They're good to use. I wouldn't go overboard on the story. Story is really good to talk, show your face, record yourself when you're at a home and you're showing it off. Use your story, record, do that, because stories are so much, they're seen so much on an everyday basis. And they're very, very popular. I think the hashtags would be the last thing you need to worry about in the stories. Personally, I think it's more important to do location, and just kind of catch the eye of them. So they say, okay, because stories, I think they're actually prioritized by the location. And so that's what's so important about those. So hashtags, really prioritize those in your posts themselves.
Yeah, and I will say, like, when it comes to like stories specifically, tagging relevant users is obviously going to be one of the biggest ways that you can increase your discoverability. So like if you post a picture at a restaurant, tag that restaurant.
That restaurant will reshare your post.
Exactly.
And then you'll get on their profile.
And so like geotagging everything is definitely valuable. Tagging specific users is always valuable. But yeah, definitely applying FaceTime. Also, stories are probably one of the more mindless ways to drive engagement. Because when people are viewing your story, it's Instagram views that as engagement with your profile, and it helps you boost your ranking in the algorithm.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. So guys, just a reminder that stories only last 24 hours. So if you put hashtags in there, people may be able to find you, but it's only for 24 hours. So it's not a permanent thing. And so just make sure, number one, you have your hashtags in your posts. And there's also a debate between, do I put it in the comments or do I put it in the actual post itself? My recommendation, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this. My recommendation with this would be, it doesn't matter where you put it, just put it somewhere so that it's there. I personally always put them in the comments, because then, it condenses on your actual post, so you don't have to see a huge block of hashtags on there unless somebody manually clicks on it.
Yeah, so I actually have something to add here. I was reading an article last night, like literally last night, before I was going to bed, about how Instagram views hashtags, and they prioritize hashtags in the comment section. And because it doesn't appear as spammy and it appears as engagement to the Instagram algorithm, it's almost a way of tricking the system. So I always encourage putting it in the comment section. And if you're using Twitter, I encourage putting your hashtags in the second, how you can group tweets where there's one and then the second one, put your hashtags in the second.
So there you have it, guys.
I agree.
Put your hashtags in the comment, in the first comment, and use all 30 of them if you can. And then obviously we got a little bit off track but you can use Caption Writer to help you generate the right hashtags for your industry.
Yeah, Caption Writer will just kind of keep your saved hashtags based on the ones that you have seen use the most or be the most successful. So that just kind of helps it make it easier for you. But okay, so the next tool we're going to talk about is Linktree. So the world's biggest influencers, creators, publishers, brands, they all use Linktree in their marketing strategy to minimize links and for also your potential clients, but also you to stay organized. So Linktree is the launch pad to your latest video, article, tour, store, website, social post, everywhere, all on one profile. So the benefits is it kind of connects your clientele to all your up-to-date content in just one link that's customizable to you. So for example, your Instagram bio. Instead of updating your Instagram bio link every time you have a new house that you just link that house, instead you can have a link tree, and with the link tree it'll have your biography up there. So it'll have the exact link saved, and you can always put that at the very top so that they can kind of click that and they can learn all about where you're from, why you're a realtor, how you got to where you are, your entire story, maybe connect with you on that type of personal level. Maybe another link in your link tree would be the most recent house that you're selling. Maybe the next one would be this or that. And so there's so many different ways to do it, but it stays organized and it provides a way for you to have all links in one area. So it just really keeps it organized. One great way that I've seen people use it is maybe an individual use their link tree. It allows you to categorize all your listings by location. So you can have the West Valley homes are all in this link. East Valley, all through this link. a little bit about me through this link. So it just keeps it very, very, very organized and very clean, easy to manage. And that's all. So the way to use it is you can create an account for free. You sign in through your Instagram account. And then you can add as many links as you want. So you could go back from a year ago and it's like, oh, I remember when I sold that house. Like, oh, that's how they found me. So just kind of as easy as you add new button and link, you go, add the picture, whatever it is, add a title, and it's as easy as that. And so you can kind of create a link tree actually in seconds for free. I remember years ago, I made my first one and I was like, this is so easy. I always wondered what a link tree even was. And I made one, it was so, so simple. So they do have a paid version and that is $6 per month. The Linktree Pro, it basically includes a daily breakdown of your link traffic. So it has link traffic, team access, custom buttons and styles, custom title, the ability to schedule links out. So if you're like, okay, I'm posting this about my new house or this new house on February 2nd, I'm going to have the link go out on February 2nd. Whereas the free version, you don't do that. So you're going to have to go on February 2nd and then post it in your link tree. Very, very minor, but and it's also a way to add your Facebook pixel and retarget Linktree visitors is through the paid version. So just a couple of benefits, super simple drag and drop editor. And yeah, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, no, I think you hit on all of the things I wanted to say as well. So
guys, real quick too, I want to just add to that. So if you guys want to see like what this looks like, if you're already following me on Instagram, just go to my Instagram page. If you're not already, it's at @TianaSoto_Nova BBDC, and just hit the link in my bio and I have a link tree set up. So you can actually see what it looks like, my full menu of, you know, links basically that are easily accessible right from my Instagram bio. Guys, we had a quick question too. I had to look this up because I hadn't heard of this before, but have you heard of the app Milkshake before?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. I hadn't either. So Chelsea, I actually just pulled up Milkshake right now while they were talking, and it looks like it's similar to Linktree, but actually may have a little bit more functionality. It looks like you can create a little, I guess, like landing page or free like website where people like click on the link in your bio and then you can have like an about me. It reminds me just of like a landing page that has like more information. So there definitely seems like there is a difference, that Milkshake has a little bit more like bells and whistles to it, but you can also have your links in there as well. So I
have seen this, T. I have. I know someone that uses this because they kind of go with Canva. They use this in Canva because you can have a little bit more of a design element to Milkshake versus Linktree, where it's very, very simple to use. It's like, okay, I'm going to have my link right there, just organize my links, boom, done. Milkshake, it's almost like a whole other platform. So you can provide you create your own website basically. So it's kind of almost making a blog through one link, and the blog itself has all the links that you want. So it takes a little bit more time. It's like a whole other platform to manage. But yes, it's a lot more design element oriented.
So yeah, and just from looking at it too, you guys, so in my opinion, if somebody is on Instagram and they're looking at your profile and they see like your latest post and you're like, hey, just got a brand new listing, hit the link in my bio to check it out. If they hit the link in your bio and then they're led to a whole nother website, they have to basically digest again a bunch of other information that you have before getting to the link that they wanted to go to in the first place. So that's something to think about when, I guess, looking at Linktree versus Milkshake. So Linktree, like, they hit the link in your bio and then all your links are right there and they can easily get to it. Milkshake, they're going to have to go through a whole nother journey before accessing what they want to access. So Milkshake looks really cool. I'm definitely going to be looking into it more. And I'll send, just so you guys know, I'll send links to all these tools after the class is over. But yeah, just something to think about with Linktree versus an app like Milkshake for sure.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so next we're going to talk about Lightroom. I'll let you talk about this because I know we both love it, but Lightroom is a really great way just to, the pictures that we're including even in the slide is ones we've used for clients before, and is all really a great way to just have a really nice aesthetic. I don't know if you guys have probably heard this word before when it comes to social media, but aesthetic does matter. It makes a very clean and consistent feeling on your page so that all the similar colors are brought out. So when you pick a certain preset, such as through Lightroom, this is the design side. So it maybe adds a little, it's almost like, what is it called? Like a fade to a picture. So everything is similar, like a filter. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Lightroom is a photo editing app that's a part of the Adobe suite. Lightroom is used by professional photographers, influencers, and common social media users alike to create a common look and feel across their social media feeds and their platforms. That said, you don't have to be a pro to use it. You can upload free presets from just like a quick Google search, and you can apply them to your photos to offer like a really unified look. An example of this is a client that we're currently working with. These are 3 different photos taken by 3 different people in 3 different states in 3 different conditions, and we can, like, by applying the same like Lightroom filter, it makes them all look nice and clean and unified. You can see it pulls out the same tones of the same colors to make it just look nice and clean and concise. It is a $10 a month platform, but there are some like interchangeable apps that are free. A good example of that would be like Visco. Visco is a little bit more trendy and a little more, it's like kind of like a social media platform, but it's like its whole own breed that we can dive into if we need to. But I am definitely preferential to Lightroom. So it's a cloud-based service that gives you everything you need: editing, organizing, storing, and sharing photos across all devices. It's an easy-to-use tool with sliders and presets to make everything look exactly the way you want. So.
Hey guys, real quick. So I know for the longest time I was hearing the term presets, and I didn't really understand what that was or like how that works. So can you just kind of like break it down in like layman's term, like what is a preset, and like how do you use a preset like on Instagram and like through Lightroom? Can you guys just give a little bit of like an overview of that, and kind of just put your mindset as like you're brand new to all of this, and so you don't really know, what that may be?
Yeah, so a preset, to dumb it down, is a filter. It's literally a filter. So it would be equivalent to it's a very like specific preset. So if you specifically like preset 5, I'm giving you 10 different filters. One is black and white, one is sepia, one has an orange tint to make you look tan, one has a blue tint to bring out the ocean blues, like things like that. So if you were like, okay, I love preset 5, that one is awesome, I think it would just look great, I want my page to really highlight that one. You're not going to use all 10 presets on your Instagram because it'll look a little messy, won't really belong. So say you like the 5th one the best, what our goal is and what your goal is you want to have every photo that you post on your social media all used in that filter. So preset 5, filter 5 is just going to be used, and it just adds like a nice touch so that it almost adds a finishing touch to every photo. So really, like, what we do as when we start working with a social media client, because like we said, we work at our agency, but we now have our own social media little side business. And so what we do right from the get-go is when we talk to clients, we're like, okay, here's 10 different samples, 5 different samples of what looks so clean, what your work is. Which preset, which filter do you like the best? And they say, you know what, I really love this because I work in this area and I want to bring out this certain colors, or I want to highlight this. And so from then on, everything we do, no matter what edit or what type of design we're going to do or what photo, it's going to be used through that preset. So yeah, it just really keeps it nice and clean looking. And yeah, is that dumb it down enough? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And I was just gonna tell you guys like my experience with Lightroom. So I like downloaded Lightroom, and like if you go to my Instagram profile right now, I try to have like sort of like a cohesive feel by using the same preset through Lightroom. And so when you download Lightroom, you basically just like upload the photos that you want to put like a filter or a preset on, and then you can put that preset on there and then download it, and then you can then upload it into Instagram. But they already have pre-made presets in there, so you can see like the different options you have. If you don't like any of them that are in there, Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Like, if you go on Etsy, you can look up just like Instagram presets, and there's so many that are sold that like photographers and videographers and professionals in the industry customize for a particular look. And so what I did is I went on Etsy and I found one that has more of like a retro 70s sort of vibe, because that's the sort of vibe I want to put out there on my Instagram profile as far as like a look and a design goes. I bought it for it was like $3, and then you just upload those into Lightroom and they're always there for you. So every time you want to post, let's say you want to post a selfie, but you want to have, that particular preset used, you just upload it into Lightroom, your presets are there, you click the one that you want, and then boom, your photo transforms into something so beautiful with a particular vibe that you were looking for, and then you can post it on Instagram.
Yeah, and I will say like one of the core differences between a filter and a preset is just options. Like a lot of filters are like set and locked. With a preset, you can change things about it if you don't like it. So if you like that it pulls out a specific color, like if you like pulling out blues and making sure that all of your photos have a lot of blue elements, you can really emphasize that with a good preset. But if you don't like that it does something else, you can adjust that as well. Like it's like a preset is a filter that is changeable, basically.
Exactly, guys.
Okay, so we're going to do our 5th tool of this hour because we want to leave room for any other questions. So our 5th tool is Hootsuite. Hootsuite is the most popular social media management tool for small business marketers and ranks #1 most popular social media marketing software in the United States, possibly the world. It is a social media management platform that covers almost every aspect of a social media marketing or manager's role. So it does what we do, but we use it too because it makes our life easier too. It's awesome. With this one platform, you're able to do the simple stuff. Like you can curate cool content and schedule posts all the way up to managing like team members and measuring your ROI. So it allows you to schedule and publish content to the right channels at the right time. It allows you to track effectiveness in real time, and it cranks the volume on your top performing content. So it tells you what is doing the best and what's performing the best on each channel. It really is super easy to use as well. You can like choose the Hootsuite plan that best meets your needs. And then you map out how many social media channels you want to manage through it. And then how many messages you post on average, whether you want to manage your social accounts on your own or share tasks with team members. It can all be scheduled through this one platform. And you also can do a 30-day free trial. So I definitely recommend just giving it a try and seeing how you like it and kind of learning. There's so many tutorial videos on it too. And so it's an awesome platform. There's multiple different like platforms for it or different accounts that you can choose from. First is the free plan, and it's 1 user and 3 social channels. So that would be you, and you're using it for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and that's it. Then the second one is a professional account. It's $29 per month, but now you can use 10 social profiles for yourself. So that is kind of nice. It's a little bit different than 3, so you have a little bit more. The third one is the team account. That's $129 per month, but you also have access to 20 social profiles and 3 users. So maybe you have way more social profiles than you even realize, and you need to do that. Then the next one is the business account. $599 per month for 35 social profiles and 5 users. So it keeps increasing, but maybe it's because it's for your business, your entire team. So you have multiple different team members using it, and it's definitely worth your while if a bunch of people on your team are wanting to use this and schedule. And so it really is amazing. And then the enterprise account is for your full team package. That's custom pricing based on what you're looking for. So what did you want to add?
Yeah, I'll throw in there that as like an independent realtor, you can probably get away with just using the free plan. It's
Totally
like 1 user, 3 social platforms seems perfectly manageable. And I will say that the biggest benefit of Hootsuite is automation. You can create content for like 30 days, schedule it in Hootsuite, and then set it and forget it so that you can do your realtor thing without having to worry about your social media thing.
Yeah, make one day designated just for Hootsuite, and then the rest of the month you're chilling. You don't have to worry about it at all. It's great.
Exactly. And you can always like adjust when content is going out. Like let's say you land a new listing and you want that to go out sooner than other posts you have scheduled, you can easily swap in and out other posts. Like automation, like being a realtor is tough and time consuming. So automation is definitely the biggest thing here.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was a wonderful explanation. But just to add, I have been using Hootsuite for freaking ever because it's convenient and it's a huge time saver. And I was just going to ask you guys what you recommended for as far as like the process of like content creation to actually posting stuff in Hootsuite, like what the process is, but you already nailed that. Is basically like, in my recommendation that I give to all the realtors that I work with is, if you truly want to get organized with social media so you don't have to be scrambling last minute to post stuff, is to sign up for a Hootsuite account, commit 1 day or 2 days or a few hours, whatever it is, every week or every couple weeks, or maybe it's just once a month. You have that 1 day, you sit down and you're like, all right, I'm going to commit 2 hours to planning my social media content. You can do it in a spreadsheet. You can do it in whatever you want to, a Word document, and write out, okay, this day I'm going to post this. This day I'm going to post this. This day I'm going to post this. And maybe you do it for a week, or maybe you do it 2 weeks, or maybe it's a full month that you plan out. And then you literally take that content that you just created, copy it, and paste it into Hootsuite. Pick your day that you want it to go out, pick the time you want it to go out, pick the platform where you want it to go out. And then you literally you do that for all the posts that you just planned, and then boom, like set it and forget it. Like Mitchell said, like you don't have to worry about it after that, because the automation will take over and it'll automatically go out. So all the days and times that you schedule your posts to go out, they'll go out through Hootsuite, and you no longer have to worry about that. You get all that time back each day that you spend trying to like plan what you're going to post that particular day. And so it's just a huge time saver, you guys. I do this with my own social media. I do this with Jason's social media content. He posts literally every single day. And so the only way for me to manage that, along with like everything else I have going on, is to use a tool like this that gives me my time back. So this tool, seriously, you guys, if you truly want to get organized with social media and save time, is a no-brainer. And guys, we had a question come in. I haven't heard of this tool. I'm familiar with like Buffer and what's the other one for Instagram? Plan, I think, is one of them. I haven't heard of this one. It's called Planoly. Are you guys familiar with that, or have you heard of it before?
Can you repeat that one more time?
It's called Planoly. It looks like it's another sort of app that you can use to schedule things out in advance. I personally haven't heard of Planoly. Just from looking at it, it looks like it might be the same sort of deal as Hootsuite. So guys, I can tell you, there's so many tools out there for social media scheduling. I have not used Planoly personally, so I don't know how it compares to Hootsuite. I just know I have used Hootsuite for like years and years and years. It's never let me down. It's always been super easy for me. And I know they use Hootsuite within their agency as well. So just from the looks of it, it looks like it is pretty similar in functionality. I'm sure it differs in one way or the other. So yeah, what I'll do, you guys, after the class is, I'll see if I can find like a comparison online. They always do like comparisons of all the tools.
There's a ton. I was gonna say there's so many ones that are kind of like they're similar to Hootsuite, like Loomly, Later, Capterra, Sked Social, like all different ones that are used to schedule. I know Caption Writer, like an app that we were just talking about. They're looking for ways to kind of adapt like Hootsuite and maybe make a scheduler. The reason why Hootsuite has been #1 for so long, and it consistently is because it just keeps adapting, and it's always changing and evolving with how the algorithm is with the Instagram or with Twitter or with Facebook, any social media channel. But also it's so easy for people to use. There's no extra this, extra this, extra that, and they're always able to help you with it. And so I really do believe that's why it's consistently #1. It just overall, it's always kind of leading the charge with anything in regards to Instagram algorithm and planning and scheduling and keeping it easy for their actual users.
Yeah, and in addition to that, I think their analytics tracking, so like your ability to like identify what posts are doing best, and like how your frequency of posting, like all of these things are things you can track through Hootsuite. And I know that Hootsuite's tracking platform is much more extensive and much like more sophisticated than a lot of the competitors. And another thing I will note is that there are a lot of alternatives to pretty much every app that we've listed on here.
So many apps out there.
Yeah, these are just our top picks. So like,
as long as you find something that can do this, it will make social media not as stressful for you. It'll make it so easy where it's just a little aspect. It'll be an aspect of your business that you don't have to stress about. It's something that's just clean, finished, a great way to be approachable and to contact people, to look professional, and just to kind of adapt to how it's really kind of social media is kind of taken over because everyone's on there. So these tools are just kind of something where you need something like this if you want your social media channel to kind of go to the next level. But really, there are so many apps out there. It is crazy.
It is crazy, and I can totally back that up too. I've used a few different schedulers in my career in marketing, and Hootsuite I always just go back to because they're very user friendly with everything. It's just so clear cut on how to use it. They also have an amazing like learning center. They're always putting out like webinars on how to do stuff, and they just have a huge content library on how to use their platform effectively, and they're just very active in the Hootsuite community in general, and they've been around for a long time. Like I said, I've been using them since I was in college, which was like, oh my gosh, like going on 7 years ago. And so they've been around for a long time, and this is my number one recommendation for social media scheduling as well. So like they said, like I was saying, you guys, if you really want to get organized and get your social media in order so you're no longer having to worry about having to post, then this is a fantastic option for you. And I know you guys are probably wrapping up, but I do have some questions at the end for you, just about social media in general. And guys, please like think of some questions to ask them as well. Okay, perfect. Question slide. Kathy,
we're ready for it.
Kathy, by the way, so after this class is over, I'm going to send like their contact information over, along with their presentation and links to all of these tools to get started. So yeah, guys, do you have any burning questions right now? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask. You can drop them in the chat. Yeah, just let us know if you have any questions right now that they can address. I have some, but I want to give you guys the floor first for sure. Anybody?
See, we also can give you like our website. You can find us on LinkedIn. We offer like social media strategy sessions with clients as well. Even if you're not like a long-term client, just something so that we can kind of hit the ground running for you guys and give you an idea, any insight that we have on how to step up your social media. But we are so open to helping you guys and helping you in any way. We can even give you this presentation. So if you want to send the presentation slides to them, that would be very helpful maybe to kind of look over.
Yes.
Because I know we gave a lot of info.
Yeah, please send this over to me after we're done so I can get that over to them for sure. And what I'll do too, we have a Market Like You Mean It Mastermind like Facebook group. And guys, if you haven't joined that group yet, please friend me on Facebook. It's just Tiana Soto, so I can add you to the group. We've dropped all the past recordings in there, all the past like resources, presentations, all of that on all of our past masterminds. So after this class is done, I'm gonna friend all of you on Facebook. But if you don't see that come through, try and find me so I can get you over to our group. So yeah, it looks like we don't have any burning questions right now. So I just wanted to ask you guys. Obviously, like I realize the power of social media, and I enjoy doing everything social media related. I always have a good time with it. Can you just talk about how important it is to have a social media presence right now and to be posting consistently, and just sort of give them like an overall like, hey, this is why you need to, be present on social media and be consistent with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, like, especially right now, engagement on social media is skyrocketing. Since the start of the pandemic, engagement on social media has gone up by 61%, and that's huge. So
we have someone knocking at the door.
Sorry. One of the core benefits of social media is that you can get in front of your clients on platforms that they're already using rather than trying to hunt them down through third-party platforms. Like that's probably, in my opinion, the biggest reason you should get on social.
Exactly. And you guys, there is no magic formula to social media. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard, like, or you've been to classes, or you've been, involved with like social media coaches or experts in the industry that are like, there's like a social media formula for success. There honestly just like isn't. If you commit to creating content that is engaging and valuable, which they can help you with that. Patty and Michael and Sarah at Landmark can help you with that. I can help you with that, because content is king. And we can go into that in another class. But as long as you're posting consistently and you're posting valuable content and you're engaging with your audience, that's all it takes to be successful on social media. It's really not this huge beast that, everybody thinks it is. And the more that you just get ingrained in it, the more fun it becomes too. And when you start using tools like this that they went over, your life will just get so much more easier, and it'll become a lot more simple to manage. So it's not this big beast,
Totally. Absolutely would agree. And like I will say, like creating and generating content is probably the bulk of the work, but it's only half the battle. So like one way that you can like easily start to like drive more people to your social media channels is engagement. Like we offer this to like pretty much everyone we work with, but like just commenting, liking things that your competitors are posting so that people that are already engaging with competing brands will engage with you. It's like engagement is one of the easiest ways to drive traffic back to yourself, and you can do it like mindlessly. I know, like when I do it for some of for some of our clients, I'll like literally be sitting on the couch watching a movie and scrolling through social media and double tapping on things that like to engage with like specific hashtags.
Yes. And what that does, you guys, and so like Mitchell said, creating content, posting consistently is half the battle. The other battle is engaging with people. And what that does is it builds your following. So you catch people's attention by commenting on their content, by sharing their content, by following them. It catches their attention. So they're like, oh, who is this person that's interacting with me so much on my page? And they see you and they either want to, share the love. And so they, reciprocate, or they're genuinely interested in what you have on your profile. And so they'll give you that follow. And then that's another person that you just basically brought into your arena to market to. And so engagement, yes, is another part of social media, a huge part. And I have experience doing that. I do it with Jason's. They have a ton of experience doing this with clients across all different industries. And so I know we're running out of time, so we definitely can expand on that more if you reach out to us, for sure.
Hey, real quick, Tiana.
Yeah.
You were talking about sharing posts with people. So there's a certain, there's this site that I love on Instagram, and I always I share their post on my story. Should I be tagging them in that as well?
Yes. Okay. Yes, Bobby. That's a great question. So when you share any post to your story, they will not know that you shared it unless you tag them in it. Like there's nothing that says like so-and-so shared your post. So you have to tag them in when you share to your story, so they know that you shared it. And then that way they can respond back to you, or they can even share it again on their post and be like, oh, so-and-so like shared my post, or, spreading love or whatever it is. So always, 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 when you're sharing stuff to your story, tag people in it, for sure.
Yeah, and you can even again, this is another way to maybe just boost a little bit of engagement. Like tag some of your if you're like, say for instance, you're sharing a meme, tag some people who might find it funny, like coworkers, peers, people who might enjoy it, and then maybe they'll share it with their followers as well. Like I do that with Peyton all the time. Like I'll just tag her in a random meme and she'll reshare it on her story.
We actually just had a client about a week ago talking about, okay, what if we comment, is it good that I comment on someone's LinkedIn? Is it good that when I comment, or if I have people comment? I'm like, yes, comments are phenomenal, because, well, first of all, when you add valuable, thought-provoking commentary on someone else's post, you're sparking conversation. You're kind of putting yourself in the position of like, oh, you're open to talk to people. Maybe someone's like, oh, I like what that person said. That was really good insight. I'm gonna go follow their page and see if they have anything more to say. And it also gives that post a position of where it's gonna be in the algorithm of whatever, if it's on Instagram, the Instagram algorithm, LinkedIn, whatever, it's placing that higher. So it's good. You're helping the person that posted it really when you're commenting. Now, if you're the one posting a photo, and if you ask a question at the end of your caption, you're like, okay, who's ready for summer? Every time someone comments, that helps your profile, your post, your everything about your entire profile is going to be boosted in the algorithm. So that's why it's so good to spark conversation on anything social media based. Post a story, tag people, and say, oh, tag me when you share it on your story. So it keeps going, it keeps relaying and going and going and going. So it's really good overall. Just kind of spark conversation as much as you can in any way, literally at all.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna tack on to the end of that. Like, when in doubt, engage. Like, if you think it's worth commenting on, comment on it. Like, dropping a comment on someone else's post is always valuable. It also encourages them to leave comments on your posts. Like, if once you start that open dialogue, it like encourages like engagement back and forth.
Yes. Exactly, you guys. And that's why creating valuable content is so, so important. And so if you're like one of those realtors, you're like, I'm so game for social media, I just like don't freaking know what to post ever. That's what we're all here for. So they are experts in content and creating engaging, valuable content. I am as well. Michael and Patty, Sarah at Landmark, they all are just creative human beings, and we can all put our minds together to help you to create, content that is actually engaging and inspires people to interact with you. So, all right, guys, we're at 11 o'clock. So thank you so much. This was so, so helpful. Appreciate you guys so much. Look at that picture of them. They're adorable. I can't even. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming on and helping us with these social media tools. For everyone that attended today, thank you so much. Appreciate your attendance and participation as always. We do have one more class in the series for February, and that will like end our 6-month series, but I feel like this went so well. And so we're probably gonna just continue that on with some more marketing masterminds. So thanks again for coming, you guys. I will be sending you literally everything, all the resources after this class, so look out for that. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and just freaking kick off 2021 strong, you guys. We're here to help.
Yeah, thank you
again
so much
for having us.
Bye, guys.